Okay, before we start today, I want to invite you to a different way of thinking about your body. Today's class isn't just a hips and low back class. This is a conversation with parts of you that hold a lot, physically and emotionally. Today, we're working on your hips, your low back, and your inside of your body. These areas aren't just tight because you sat for too long. These places are tight because you've been holding for too long. These are the places of your body that have been quietly holding things like fear, resilience, even the way you process decisions, and any kind of uncertainty that you might have in your life. From a physical lens, the 3 shapes that we'll be working on today will help you with things like digestion, reproduction, how your body holds water. Underneath that, we're also going to be working on your nervous system. So when you think about places like your low back and your hips, this is your emotions and your internal sense of stability. In Yin, we don't force change. We just create space for it. As we move through each of these 3 shapes, it will be very helpful to stay curious. The question is, what is your body trying to tell you when you actually give it a chance to speak? With that, let's go ahead and begin. The first pose that we're going to work into is reclined butterfly. Now, you really don't need any props, but if you have them, the ones that you may use would be blocks that look like this. You can also use stacks of books. And you can put these underneath your knees. I'll show you that in a moment. And then, if you have any blankets, you may put those just right under your hips, especially if your low back is especially tender. I won't be using props today. I'll show you without. So for reclined butterfly, you're going to sit on your sits bones. You're going to make a diamond shape with your legs and then scoot forward here. And then you're literally just going to recline. As you lay back, you're going to let your knees fall open. This is where you may use the blocks under the corner of your knees if you like. I prefer not to use them. I like to just let my legs continue to stretch as we stay in the posture. We're going to stay in this shape for 3 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get that timer started. And we'll cue up some music as well. As you settle in, the first thing that you'll notice is that you may not have sat still for 3 minutes in a while. It might feel like a long time. Focus on your thoughts and letting them pass right through you. Allow your hands to fall open. Allow your knees to continue to fall open. Steady breaths. Try to increase the length of your inhale to a count of 4. Hold that. Exhale to a count of 4. No need to hold anything. There's no need to try to use your muscles to hold anything up. Just let it all relax. Okay, that's 3 minutes. Go ahead and bring your knees back to center. Be gentle with yourself. Twist a little bit to the right, to the left. Exhale. Okay. The next posture that we are going to get into is supported bridge. You can use a block for this. You can also use a bolster. I'll probably use the bolster today. If you don't have those, you can use a stack of books. You can use a really dense pillow that you might have at home. If you're using the block, you can use the block upright. You can use the block on its side. You can even use it like this if you've been doing this posture for a while. If you haven't, I would suggest putting it on its shortest height. And what you're going to do is you're going to put it right on your sacrum. And you're going to lay back. Now, the goal would be to get this adjusted, right? So it's supporting your hips, and then we're going to let our legs fall flat. So that would be one option, to use the block. If you're flipping the block up, you can do that too. It basically goes in the same spot. That will give you a deeper stretch. If you haven't done this in a while, I probably wouldn't go gangbusters too soon. I actually prefer to use my bolster for this. I'll post a link in the description below. I have all of these linked in an Amazon storefront. If you want to grab them, you certainly can. If you want to grab other props that make sense for you, by all means. Same thing, right under our sacrum. And then we're going to let our legs fall open, get the wiggles out. I'm going to go ahead and set a timer for 3 minutes. You should start to feel this down the crease of your groin, where your psoas is at, down the front side of your thighs. It's almost like silly putty stretching open. We've got about 2.5 minutes here. The intent is to let all of your muscles release, not to force your feet into a place, your hands into a place. The goal is just to relax. The signal that we are sending to our nervous systems is that they're safe. It's okay to rest, to recharge, to release. 3 minutes is up. Go ahead and bring your knees to center. Come out of this one real slow. Turn to the side. And give yourself a second. Okay, we have one more posture together today, and that's child pose. That's probably one that you know, that you may be familiar with. If you're not, you're gonna circle around, knees wide. So we're gonna stay in this posture again for 3 minutes, and bring your head to the ground, forehead touching the mat. I'm gonna get the timer started for 3 minutes, and we're gonna hang out for one last shape. Okay, that's 3 minutes. Go ahead. Come back up slowly. No need to move quick. We just slowed our nervous system down, let all of that settle in. Okay, before you move, before you return back to your day, now is the best time to just notice. Notice what feels differently, not just physically, but emotionally. Your body's always communicating with you. Today, you gave it that space, that platform to be heard. It's been my experience that sometimes the emotions will come up during a yin pose. Sometimes they actually don't come up until a little bit later. So if you find yourself feeling things later today that seem out of place, observe them, let them pass out. You're processing things. Notice in your body where things maybe don't feel as heavy as they did before. Notice where you physically feel lighter than maybe you did before. This work doesn't just end when you roll up your mat. Take your time getting up. Take this awareness with you, and I'll see you next time. Love you. Mean it. Bye.